Hi, my name's Simon from mindfulchimp.com and welcome to our quick start guide to mindfulness meditation. This is part 4 where we're looking at the 6 common problems that can occur when we're meditating and how to deal with them. So then straight in at number 1, we've got sleepiness. So what do we do when we're feeling a little sleepy? Well, the first thing to do is to recognize that this is actually happening, that the head is starting to nod a little bit. So once we've got that awareness, we can then start to think that this isn't really what we're supposed to be doing in meditation. Remember, sleeping is not our goal of the meditation. It's okay to meditate, feel sleepy, and then go to sleep. But it's not our primary focus to fall asleep during meditation. So when we recognize that this is happening, we just simply need to allow the eyes to open gently. Maybe focus on a point in the room. Just allow our senses to come back awake. Maybe readjust our seating position, making sure that we're comfortable again, making sure that the back is nice and straight. And then when we're feeling ready, just making sure that maybe the room isn't too hot or anything like that. And then just allow the eyes to just close and then slip back into the meditation again, all when we're ready to do so. And the biggest thing there is not to beat ourselves up about it. Sometimes we will sleep. And if we are falling asleep, what does that tell us? Well, it basically tells us that we're sleepy and maybe we need a good night's sleep. So by meditating, it's relaxing the body and it's then probably telling us that I'm ready for bed, and that's fine. So just have a good couple of early nights and that should solve the problem. Okay, number 2 then is thoughts. People often come to me and say, Simon, I've got more thoughts now on meditating than when, before I started. What can I do? Well, again, it's about sort of managing our expectations here. Remember, mindfulness meditation will never stop the thoughts. Okay, the purpose there is just to allow the thoughts to settle, allow us to become aware of those thoughts. And what we're doing is just simply, when those thoughts occur, we smile, we nod, and we just return our attention to whatever our meditation is at this time, whatever our focus is. So when we're having thoughts, it is sometimes useful to be able to just name them. Ah, there's boredom. Or that's frustration. Or there's sleepiness. And I just tell my students to just smile and nod if you can. Name whatever that feeling is, whatever that thought is. Acknowledge that it's there. Try not to push it away or to be, no, I'm meditating, come on. It's just smiling and nodding and accepting that that happens. And then just literally returning our attention to our focus, to the breath, to the affirmation, whatever it happens to be, time and time again. And let everything else go. Okay, number 3 then, boredom. Sometimes when we sit, we get bored. Again, it's acknowledging that this can happen. And people often say to me, is that it? Is this it? And really the answer I tend to come up with is, well, yeah, it is. It is. All we're doing is literally just repeating, following the breath. We're repeating our affirmation time and time again. And so sometimes, especially at the beginning, it can be a little boring. So what I recommend to new people is to just cut back a little bit on your meditation. So if you're starting with 5-10 minutes, then maybe reduce it. Just take a few minutes off. And then over a period of time, over a period of days, just slowly increase that again. Okay. Number 4, uncomfortable. I'm sitting, I'm meditating, and after about 5 minutes, which is probably in reality about 2, I'm getting uncomfortable. What can I do? Well, again, there is make sure that the environment is right. So make sure that the temperature is good. Make sure that we've chosen a really good chair, that we've got suitable cushions, that we're supported. That's essential. So you might want to revisit part 2, where we looked at how to meditate. And once you've watched that, it's just being able to, um, again, accept that sometimes we are and get the environment right. And then start meditating again. Number 5. Sometimes when we meditate, bad feelings can occur. So we get upset, or things that we thought we'd dealt with really many years ago can sort of come up. And if these things do occur, then this is part of actually what meditation does. And we need to be gentle with ourselves. And sometimes if the thoughts are intrusive, if our thoughts are then becoming, and feelings, if they're becoming a little overwhelming, then we need to stop meditating, even if it's just for a little while. And maybe we need to seek more professional help. So we're going to our doctor, making sure that we're taking our medications, making sure that we're doing what we need to do to keep ourselves well. And if bad feelings are still reoccurring, then we must seek professional advice, going back to the doctor. That's what we must do. Okay, number 6, finally then, it's our bad experiences. Sometimes when we meditate, we get a fixation of, oh my God, this is going to be bliss. This is going to be fantastic. I'm going to be just so chilled. But sometimes when we meditate, we get bored. Sometimes when we meditate, we don't go very deep. Sometimes we're fidgety and it's just not working for us. And we get frustrated, we get a little bored. And again, it's just accepting that these things happen, and when we meditate, never 2 sessions are going to be the same. It's just the way meditation goes. And it's just learning to let that go and to enjoy and accept whatever experience comes to hand, because it is different every time we meditate, and not to have any of these expectations. Just let go of those, and what will be, will be. If it's boring, it's boring. If it's bliss, it's bliss. And that's what it is. Right, well, that's our 6 top common problems that we often face when we're meditating and how to deal with them. I hope you found that useful. And this brings us to the end of our 4-part series. So I hope you keep up the meditation. By all means, contact me at simon@mindfulchimp.com if you need further advice, or if you want to check out my courses, visit mindfulchimp.com.